Dear students, welcome to Sri E-Class Physics. In earlier classes, we have seen Gauss theorem and one application of the Gauss theorem. Now we are going to see the second application of the Gauss theorem, that is electric field due to uniformly charged infinite plane sheet. Today we are going to see that. All of you please follow the notes. Dear students, now let us consider the infinite thin plane sheet of a positive charge having uniform charge density sigma. Already we have seen what is sigma in the earlier classes. Sigma is equal to Q by A. You remember that one, which is having the unit coulomb meter minus 2. Here we are taking that one. Let us say here the simple diagram in simple way I am explaining here. Let us see. This is the sheet, plane sheet of the charge, which is having positive charge like this. Both sides. Now let us consider one Gaussian surface through this. If you observe carefully, we will find that this is a positive plate, both sides. So electric field will be there in this direction and also in this direction. Both sides electric field will be there. For that we consider a Gaussian surface. To consider a Gaussian surface, what I do is that I will take up like this. Just observe carefully. A cylindrical form here. And backside it is taken like this. This side here. Now the electric field goes in this manner here because of the plate. This is the area of the surface here, flat surface. This is also cylindrical form. Interestingly here, the electric field will go like this only, but will not go up, will not go down. Electric field will go like this only, but not go like this, not go like this, up and down. Here, if you see, you will find that the electric field is going, area vector is also like this only. This cap's area vector is also like this, area vector. If you see, the direction of the area vector and electric field both are same. Therefore, theta is 0 here. The angle is 0. Now, our aim is to find out the electric field at this point P. Name of the point I will give. This is point P. At this point I am giving here. Our aim is to find out point P. Let us see the equations. Our aim is to find out electric field. Now, if E is the electric field, we know very well basic formula. Phi is equal to flux, electric flux is equal to electric field multiplied by the area of the end phase. The area of end phase. What is end phase? This is the end phase. Just you see here. This is the end phase which we are talking about. Area of this phase. Because flux through this our aim is to calculate. What is this phi? Phi is a electric flux. Okay. Now, you know, here phi I am writing again. E is equal to E multiplied by 2 into A. You may ask why 2A? Because here you see this side it is going area, this is covering area, this is also area. Both the areas I am considering. So I am taking up both the circular caps area. This is called circular cap, this is circular cap, both the caps area we are taking it. Now this is equation number 1. Okay. Now let us see that the applications of the Gauss theorem. According to Gauss theorem, we have to compulsorily write that point. According to Gauss theorem, we know that phi is equal to q by epsilon 0. You know what is epsilon 0 and all those things. But just now I explained above here, sigma is equal to q by a, and therefore q is equal to sigma a. Q is equal to sigma a, sorry. Q is equal to sigma a. Now I substitute q sigma a here, that is phi is equal to sigma a by epsilon naught. Sigma a by epsilon naught. This is equation number 2. You see, this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. This is from the diagram we have got, this is from the Gauss theorem we have got it. Both are flux, therefore LHS are equal, so RHS also equal. Our aim is to find out this electric field. Therefore, what we do is that we will write first this one. If we write this one first, we can say that here E is equal to, sorry, E into 2A is equal to, first equation, sigma A by epsilon 0, second equation from that. Then you will find out that this area gets cancelled. If area gets cancelled, our aim is to find out electric field. E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon 0. Sigma by 2 epsilon 0. This is the expression for electric field. You know what is sigma, what is epsilon naught. So finally we will find that here electric field due to this uniformly charged infinite plane sheet is sigma by epsilon 0. If you observe carefully, you will find out that it is not depending on the area here. If you observe carefully, area is cancelled here. Okay. Now, I'll continue here only so that you can see the things clearly. That in case of an infinite plane conductor having finite thickness, the Gaussian surface will include sigma into 2a. I mean to say here we are taking only one sigma a. We have to take 2 sigma a for this special case, that is infinite plane conductor having the finite thickness. This one. Finite thickness means very thin, rather finite thickness if you take it up. So then what happens? This second equation will change. What happens to this second equation? Phi is equal to q by epsilon 0 as usual. Just I am writing here. And this q is equal to sigma into 2a, it will become. This one I am talking about. This one. This one it will become like this here. Now q in sigma into 2a. So phi will become sigma into 2a by epsilon 0. This will become second equation for that special case. What is that special case? I have written. However, I will write it here. Infinite plane conductor. Plane conductor. This is the special case I am talking about. Now, this equation, I will call it as a third equation. This third equation and first equation are to be equated now for this case. Then what happens? E into 2a is equal to sigma into 2a by epsilon 0. 1 minute please. Sigma into 2a by epsilon 0. Now, you will find out that 2a gets cancelled. Finally, we will get it E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. See the difference here, sigma by 2 epsilon 0 for uniformly charged infinite plane sheet. It is a finite, a plane conductor it is. It is a plane conductor. Just quickly observe the difference. You will understand it. Quickly once again go through the notes. Here the case 2, this is electric field due to uniformly charged infinite plane sheet. This plane sheet is having sigma. Sigma is the surface charge density whose unit is coulomb per meter square, that is coulomb meter minus 2. You know, we are starting with first diagram. Let me explain here. Sheet we are taking infinite plane sheet. Again Gaussian surface we are considering because electric field is going like this and also going like this. Again cylindrical shape we are considering here. Electric field through this face is like this, E bar, and A bar is the area vector, angle between them is 0. This is the area. In the same way this is also area this side. Now electric flux is equal to phi is equal to electric field multiplied by the the area of end face, the area of end face. Phi is equal to E into 2A. This is from the figure we have got it. Two surfaces have taken. But now after that what we do is that we will apply the Gauss theorem. According to Gauss theorem, phi is equal to q by epsilon 0. Now you know very well this equation we are taking here. According to that, cross multiply करने के बाद we will get it q is equal to sigma a. That sigma a we will substitute here. Phi is equal to sigma a by epsilon 0. Now first equation is saying that E into 2a is equal to sigma a by epsilon 0. Sorry, epsilon 0. So E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon 0. This is what for this case. Next second case, infinite plane conductor it is. Phi is equal to q by epsilon 0 we are taking here. Same Gauss theorem. But q will take it up 2a. It is single a we are taking here. 2a we are taking here. Means both sides of the sheet will take. Both sides of the sheet if you take 2 times of the area it will become. You remember. Earlier I have forgotten to explain you. Why 2a? This area and also piche side ka area. 2 area. 2 sides area. When sheet is taken plane conductor. Then this third equation and first equation are equated. So E into 2a is equal to sigma into 2a by epsilon 0. 2a gets cancelled. E is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. This is what the second application. In the next class, I will take up the third application. By the meantime, whatever you have learned so far, you practice those two things. Okay. Thank you. Bye.